Yesterday, I move on to the textbooks. Okay, well, Danson and Adrian are giving out the books. Let's take a look at the content here. So yesterday we were talking about rates, and we did a bit of a recap in rate in terms of the topic we learned from primary 5, rate being a relationship between two quantities. And I remember from last year we did the challenge of finding the most worthy bubble tea, and the two quantities that we compare is dollars and cups. Then we have other kind of rates, for example pages per minute or second or hour, that's the unit of measurements for time. Then we went on to try out the new examples of Daniel and Akhilesh. Which I wanted everyone to focus on the new learning. The first part being able to convert the units of measurement of one quantity given the rate. So for example, 13 push-ups for 30 seconds, I can convert to how many push-ups per second. I can convert how many push-ups per minute. I can go up to even hour. So I can convert the rate based on its different units of measurement. Okay? Then the first learning, first recap. The second recap is how to switch between push-up per second, seconds per push-up. So you interchange the quantities. So that was yesterday. Then we are going to go into P6 topic, speed. And Zoya mentioned the most important information that we need to take note. For speed, P6 chapter, I say it's part of rate. It's nothing new actually, but it's a type of rate. And in this case, she pointed out these units of measurement: kilometers, meters, and centimeters. Yesterday, we talked about time as one of the quantities. And the various units of measurement that we discussed yesterday include seconds, includes minutes, includes hours. That's for time. Now, these are units of measurement. So for kilometers, meters, and centimeter, what is the actually quantity that we are referring to? Distance, good. I can have distance. What else? Huh? Other words for representing kilometer, meter, centimeters. Length, very good. So particularly at P6, this is the new idea, but at the same time it's not entirely new because it is still the relationship between two quantities. In this case for speed, is particularly these two kind of quantities. The first quantity, time. The second quantity, distance, also can be length. Now, so these are the various units of measurements we have learned before. So, in other words, if we put together of all of what we discussed yesterday, the first definitely skill that is needed is to find the identity of speed, distance, or time. That's the first skill. The other skill that I must have is to know how to convert the different units of measurement. I need to know how to convert rate. So like yesterday we talked about number of push-up for 1 second can become number of push-up for 1 minute. So the same thing as if Adrian, he can do 1.6 kilometer in 14 minutes. Let's say, what was your timing? You remember? You don't know. Okay, so let's say Adrian does 1.6 kilometer in 14 minutes. We'll ask how many kilometers can he run for 1 minute? How many kilometers can he run if he runs for 60 minutes? That's an hour. And if Adrian is to run non-stop for 1 whole day, how many kilometers do you think he can cover? So it becomes kilometer per day. Imagine he runs non-stop. Okay? So you need to know how to be able to convert between these different units of measurement. Okay, Ken? Okay, at this point, I would like to bring you to your attention of the new book. This is 6B book. You can realize it's visibly thinner. Okay? Welcome to this book. We will be aiming to complete this book as soon as possible. The topic for this, like I said, is about 3 or 4 chapters left. New, in some sense, speed is a new topic, but it's related to rate. Volume is not quite a new topic. It's from what we have learned before, cubes and cuboids. Pie chart is a new topic, but data itself is not really new. Solid figures is a new topic, and nets is a new topic, but the idea about cones, cylinder, pyramids, and prisms is not exactly new. So that's why we say, at PSLE, everything from primary 1 to 6 is tested. It's not just primary 6 things. Why? Because if you have not learned all the things that you have learned from lower primary, middle primary, you wouldn't be able to do what you're doing now. Okay? Now, at this point of time, I'd like you to pay attention, but I would like to bring you to your attention. This part is my favorite segment. Called the Masteries Checklist, or from page 95 onwards. This particular segment of this textbook is what I would strongly encourage you to use, to revise just before your PSLE exam. Now, many publishers, that means you go popular bookshop or bookstore, you will see many summary books, reference books. That day, Kershин, you were looking at Ethan that's holding on to a reference book that his mommy bought for him. Anybody else have a book like this? That means your parent brought assessment books for you. Okay. That's good. Extra practice is good. But I would say my favorite one has to be this one. Because you don't need to buy extra book. It's all here. And it's not very thick and excessive materials. It's summarized. So when you look at page 95 now, you realize it's in these green pages. It's tagged green. It's these green pages here. It starts off from this page here called Mastery Checklist. It summarizes all the skills that you need to have by the end of primary 6 and ready for PSLE. From the chapter of whole numbers, it includes tips for how to do order of operations. Remember what's the clue for order of operation? PEMDAS. Okay, you remember that day we talked about the naughty elephant. So this Even those things are highlighted here as well. Fractions, you have 2 summary pages for all the skills needed for fractions, even examples and steps. Fractions and algebra, decimals, ratio, rates, all here. Even circles as well, also here. Geometry, it's like a summary page of everything. So I strongly urge you, if you are like really hardworking, you go and copy this 20 times, page 95 all the way to the last page. 20 is like you do it once every week from now on. Every week you go and study these pages. The night before PSLU, you revise this whole thing on your prelims. Then you should be able to score and do pretty well. Okay, right now can I ask you to do a quick investigation? Can you find where's rate from this mastery checklist? Thank you. Page 100. Can you see the examples very quickly now? Do you remember the step rate? This is from last year. Take a quick look now, we are revising this before we start to solve the problems. Can you find where speed is? $103, thank you. The magic triangle. Does it look familiar? Yes. The magic triangle that shows relationship is one of my favorite tools to use. Okay, cool. Ready? Then we flip back to the front again. Right. So here's the story about the terrapins in the race. Let's give this a shot. It says here, let me check if there's a video for this. I think there's possibly a video. And then we can take a look at the video. Oops.
Ravi, City, Janice and Peter are racing for terrapins in the classroom. The fastest terrapin finished the 100-centimeter race in about 40 seconds. Can you find its speed using the distance and time? Can you help City find the speed of the fastest terrapin?
Okay, just for the fun of it, let's look at the terrapin have a go. Yeah, just for the fun of it, let's look at the terrapins race again.
Ravi, City, Janice and Peter are racing for terrapins in the classroom. The fastest terrapin finished the 100-centimeter race in about 40 seconds. Can you find its speed using the distance and time? Can you help City?
Okay, let's give it a go. So this is a terrapin here. He's talking about this particular terrapin. Okay, this particular terrapin. Let's have the speed using its distance and time. When we talk about speed, it says here on page 4 that speed is distance traveled per unit time. Per unit time. So the unit is time and distance is the one that you're looking for. Okay, so here says I want to find the speed, S-P-E-E-D, okay, speed of the terrapin, that's distance per unit time, that's divided by time. So I have, the distance is 100 centimeter, the time is 40 seconds. Okay, can you, without the calculator, tell me what's 100 divided by 40? 2.5. If you really need the calculator, you can use the calculator. But why didn't I need the calculator? Because I use cancel 10 divided by 4, it's 2.5. Or, because 1/4 is 0.25, so 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. Now, here's the question, what's the unit? Centimeter per second. Is centimeter per second. So you read it as centimeter per second. Which means, right, 40 seconds, if I use the proportional reasoning, your unitary method that Kyler used a lot last year when he was doing the rate chapter, 40 seconds is 100 centimeter. So I want to find 1 second, that will be 100 divided by 40. So it's 2.5 centimeter. So you realize it's the same step. It's the same thing. It's just that at primary 6, we are going to use this formula called speed equals to distance over time. Speed equals to distance over time. Time is equals to distance over speed, and distance equals to speed times time. Okay, so that's the summary of what we are doing here. Okay, right, okay, let's move on. Here's the recap. On page 1 and page 2 and 3, it shows you the equivalence method or the unitary method in finding rate. We used that a lot last year. Okay, gonna move on. Later I will show you a clip about the animals. Okay, Can we just take a quick look at this one also, page 3? Particularly the fraction here. Are you able to understand the fraction here? So here shows if I have 60 words in 1 minute, one word is 1 out of 60 of a minute. Is that okay for you to understand? Okay. We'll revise this again when we do the worksheet. Let's move on to the next page first to really talk about speed. And now I can try to show you the video of what is happening. Who's next? the cat is faster than you. It can run 48 kilometers per hour. He has long legs. He has long legs. Oops, sorry. Advert. Sorry about the advert. Enzo. Enzo, you gotta chew. He can do that in short bursts, okay? Okay, shall we skip forward? It's almost the end already, okay? It's a point of view, it's a bit different. Yeah, it's 130 kilometers per hour for cheetah. Okay, so the cheetah is about 130 kilometers per hour. As fast as, it's almost as fast as a car. Really very fast, yes. Very fast. Okay, so that was it. The other part is just the different view. Okay, you can see how the different view. So this is how the chicken moves. Okay, this is the rat. This is the mouse. Imagine a little mouse. And it's a frog. Okay, let's jump to the human part. Okay, where's the human? Okay, we see the human part. Okay. And then the human there, the human there. Okay, you see the cheetah point of view. Like hippo, see the hippo? Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a little bit of bouncing, the crocodile. Okay, let's skip to the back, Yeah, let's skip to the back, okay? This is almost like a driving car speed really. Or speed of a bus. Okay, skip to the bigger animals, Okay, that's the giraffe. Alamak. Sorry about the advert. Okay. Okay, the giraffe, and then we go to the cheetah one, right? Okay. Okay, this is the hash. Deer tag. Okay, race horse. It's about 88 kilometers per hour. Okay, then the last one is coming. Yep, that's the cheetah. It's very fast. Okay, so that was it. Okay, there are other speed comparisons we can see next time, like such as the man-made objects, bullet trains and aeroplanes and things like that. But let's take a look at our work now. Now, have you seen this before? It's called a speedometer in vehicles. Yeah, it's called a speedometer. You usually see it in like vehicles, like cars. Okay. Now, here's, and then you see this is now the new unit of measurement. So for the car, it says that the speed of the car is 70 kilometers per hour. That means, for 1 hour, it can travel 70 kilometers. So you see, the car from 0 kilometers, 1 hour later is 70 kilometers. It'll be helpful if you know how to draw the time, what I call this a timeline, like, but it's in distance over time. Because you realize towards the back, a lot of the road problems, if you can draw the timeline, you will certainly have a great strength in answering the questions. Okay? Towards the back. If you are able to draw the timeline of events, you'll be able to solve the questions. Starting from the simplest one, from the lorry, you can see that in the same hour, it travels a shorter distance. So 1 hour is 50 kilometers for the lorry. So I can write this equivalent arrow to show the relationship. So 70 kilometer means for 1 hour is 70 kilometer. 50 kilometer means in 1 hour is 50 kilometers. So who's faster here? Huh? Who's faster here, the car or the lorry? The car. Because in this case, of the cheetah, of course, in the same amount of time given, one does more. The distance is greater. Okay, that's easy. This is still easy. Move on to the harder part. This is the part, the first skill that I say we need to be able to deal with in comparing the different unit of measurement. So in this case, the 3 different unit of measurement that's introduced right at the top of the page, of page 5. Here are the 3 different kinds of unit measurements mentioned. It can be meter per second, centimeter per second, meter per minute. On just the previous page, it's mentioned kilometer per hour. So these are all the different kinds of unit of measurements for the chapter on speed. It can be kilometer per hour, it can be meter per second, centimeter per second, meter per minute. These are some of the examples. So the first very skill that I mentioned is this. We need to know how to be able to convert and compare between different units of measurement. This robot shows an example. For the ball and the coin, the ball is 2 meters per second. The coin is 10 centimeter per second. Ask you to compare the ball and the coin. You realize the measurements are different. The easiest way to compare is to try to match their units. So for example, in this case, 2 meter per second, if I convert it to centimeter per second, what would be that number? 200, that's correct. It's the same thing as I say, 1 second is 2 meter. So it's the same as saying 1 second is 200 centimeter. So I can convert from one unit measurement to another unit of measurement for speed. For the coin is 10 centimeter per seconds. So you can see, can already compare already. The ball rolls faster. Because in 1 second, it can roll 200 centimeter compared to the coin. In the same way, I can go from 10 centimeter to seconds. I want to convert to meter per seconds. What would be this number? Zero point 0.1, that's correct. So how do I get that? It's the same thing. 1 second is 10 centimeter. I convert the units. From bigger unit to smaller unit is times. From smaller to bigger unit is divide. So the first thing I can do is to divide and convert units of measurement amongst each other. So this is the first skill that is necessary. Let's compare what is stated on question 2. Are you done with this? If you're done with this, we move on to the one at the bottom here. Let's discuss these two, 20 meter per second and 20 meter per minute. Let's try to see whether you can convert them to matching units of measurement. From 50 centimeter per second, are you able to convert to meter per second? What would that be? Very good, 0.5. Then from 50 meter per second to centimeter per second, what would it be? 5,000, very good. So this is the first skill, converting between different unit measurement. Achieve? How many of you can take it off your checklist? I can do this. Very good. Then we move on to the next one. Here. Let's try for the car. Can we switch from 90 km per hour? Can we switch to how many kilometer per minute? What would it be? Divide by 60, that's right. Ninety divided by 60, 1.5. Is that okay? Now, if I convert from the next one, okay, the man swimming, 100 meter per minute. I want you to convert it to how many meters per second? Oh, sorry, let's try to hour instead. We did hour to minute, let's do minute to hour. We did, just now we did 90 kilometer per hour. Now we ask per minute. We divide by 60. So the man is 100 meter per minute. In 1 hour, what how many meters would that be? 6,000. Is that okay? Then from 6,000 meter per hour, do you think can change to kilometer per hour? 6. Very good. Can you understand this? The first skill is to being able to convert different unit of measurement. Is that okay? Can? Okay. Now let's try. Page 6, these questions. What would be the unit of measurement? Very fast. Done? Keep up. Okay. Okay, have you got the answers here? I'm going to start asking. Who's done? Raise your hand. Okay. Right, that was the first one. John's speed is 5 meters per second. Do you write the units correctly? Who's next? Okay, Ryan. Susie? So, 50 meters per minute, that's correct. Okay, next. Okay, Ryan. 3 meters per second, that's correct. Okay, next. Yes, Shami? Very good. 85 kilometers per hour. Perfect. Any issues? No issue? Easy? Very easy. Okay, now do the page 3. Anybody do write the question paper? I have one nameless here. Right, okay? Any difficulty? Speed for each of the following. Benson. For the meter? Sorry? Please write the unit of measurements correctly. It means centimeter per second. The slash refers to per, meaning is centimeter divided by second. Yes. Any difficulty writing the units? Adrian? Very good. Summer? Very good. 25 kilometer per hour. Aiden? Sorry? 40 meter per minute. So you see the distance first, then the time. So it's distance slash, the slash means divide time or over time. So I can say speed is equals to distance over time. Distance divided by time. Distance slash time. It's like a fraction bar. So this is the same, per. Distance per unit time. Is that okay? I write my favorite triangle here. Okay, the speedometer as mentioned. Moving forward, let's go to Marianne. The speed for this speedometer is, sorry? Thank you, 90 kilometer per hour. Elena? Yes? How many divisions for 10? 4. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. It's right in the middle. Correct. Each more division is 2.5. 62.5, 65, 67.5, 70. So it's 65 kilometers per hour. Okay, Ken? Okay. Homework. Oh, mine is not a new book. Page 1 to 4. Ken? Homework is just page 1 to 4. Page 1 and 2 is recap. Page 1 to 4. Okay? Yes. Can everybody? Page 1 to 4. Homework.